Before there are beliefs, there are seemings. A seeming is the experience existing before the dogmatism that is a belief. Before any prepositional attitude was truth, it seemed as though ebony hands were toting ebony firearms, spitting flames. It seemed as though human faces were wrapped in pallid bandanas. It seemed as though the sky was a cobalt sea, brightened by the radiance of a solar furnace cooking atoms. It seemed as though the jeeps were as pallid as the bandanas worn by the sentinels, brandishing explosive ebony firearms, firing like synapses during the thinking activity. Thinking is an abstraction. If I neglect all the determinations of an object, nothing remains but an empty self-activity magazine packed like perceptions, loaded into a high-power processing system, spraying sentinel chess pieces who should have left the game years ago. The perceptions enter and exit the ego as it realizes that it is an abstract determination. I know of the ego only insofar as I exclude all determinations from myself. High power processing systems negate the determinations of myself and leave me as such alone by myself, bleeding crimson fluid seeping from East Indian thinking into the Sankhya and the Vedanta. These systems conceive in the clearest manner this negative unity as transcendent, as above and beyond the various beings of the world. It is not a creator, because then it would have to transfer true being to the world. The world is an illusion, a wet dream of Krishna as he drifts through space. Not a manifestation, a phenomena, a revelation of the negative unity. The night of the Brahma is a sea, and even when the highest gods come to the Brahma, they are but Dixie cups of liquid poured into his ocean of liquid nothing, totally absorbed into him, losing their being utterly. This absolute negative unity is pure nothing, bleeding crimson fluids. I thought this beneath the ceiling, embroidered with paintings of viridian trees. The trees were juxtaposed to a rosette stucco background. I drank several beers in shades of rosette stucco. The fizz appeared to be looking at me, but they weren't really looking at me. Outside of the fulvous framed window of the bar, I saw the pasty sky that outlined the conglomerate of concrete fabric. They were more than representations, but I couldn't move them at will, like I moved the arbitrary reference to them, because the arbitrary reference is a placeholder.